All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call I'm La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rukakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, teachers at the Great Millstone. Peace and salutations on to the election, man. All right, and it's the book of Psalms 119 and verse 32. It says, I will run the way of thy commandments when thou shalt enlarge my heart. All right, he teach me, O Lord, and I shall keep it unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law, and I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me to go in thy path of thy commandments wherein I delight. Incline my heart to thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. And turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy word. Establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thy fear. All right. So incline my heart unto thy testimonies and not to covetousness. All right. See, because your heart could become inclined onto covetousness. All right. Being in this flesh here, which that has led to many deaths, many crimes, many sins committed. You know, it says covetousness. It says unjust gain by profit acquired by violence. Yeah, stealing. The scripture say what? By lying, stealing, right? Blood touching blood. Violence breaketh out, blood touching blood. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Um, so the word covetous means inordinately desirous to obtain and possess avariciously. Okay, desirous, covetous, passionate desire, eagerness, ambition. Very desirous, long for, desire. In a good sense, very desirous, eager to acquire. All right, covet, to desire, wish for inordinately or without regard for the right of others. Covet, desire, lust after. That's why the scripture say thou shalt not steal. All right, that's why it says thou shalt not steal. Okay. So it says desire, lust after, very desirous of, avaricious, miserably stingy, greedy, or covetous. Yeah, and that's so-called white man. He's all right. That's so-called white man, and that's our people that have followed after the ways of the heathen, a dark, twisted fucking way. Okay, so Sirach 14 and verse 1, it says, "Blessed is the man that have not slipped with his mouth and is not pricked with the multitude of sins." It says, "Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and whose hope is not fallen from the in the Lord." It says, "Riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money?" That's right. That's why many are leaving this truth. Many are falling out the truth. You know, you check for them, you look for them, they're not around no more. Um, they're not really doing the work. They're not continuing. All right. As scripture say in Luke 22:26 on down. All right. 26, around about the 28th verse. It says, "Ye are they which have continued in me in my temptations," man. All right. See, those that are niggards, you know, this truth, these riches, all right, are not common for them. So what is an envious man going to do with money? 4 verse. It says, "He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others that shall spend his goods righteously. He that's evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envy himself, and this is a recompense of his own wickedness. If he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly. At the last, he will declare his wickedness. The envious man hath a wicked eye, and he turneth away his face and despise men." All right. That's why many of you are falling out this truth, because you have envious eyes, you have wicked eyes, you turn your face away and you despise the true man of the Lord. You see, this is why the Lord. This is why the Lord has you lukewarm. This is why the Lord makes you leave this truth. This is why you look for men and you're like, where they at? Because they were wicked, evil niggas that was crept in unawares. So an envious man have a wicked eye, and he turn away his face and despise men. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion. and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. A wicked eye envieth his bread, and he's a niggard at the table, a nigger, a demon. Okay, so you have to learn to be content with your portion. All right, scripture say, the Apostle Paul said, I knew how to abound, how to abase. A covetous man eye is not satisfied with his portion. That's why the scripture say, be not desirous of vain glory. Okay, like that, like the story that Jake came up with in Greece, where the dude was getting too close to the sun, he ended up Icarus, biting off more than he could chew, being covetous, envious, that ends up destroying you, you know. Okay, you're supposed to be content with such things as one has. A wicked eye envy of his bread, like Cain, Abel. Abel, a righteous man, Cain was jealous, wicked, to the point where I'm gonna kill my brother. I slay my brother Cain. That's what you're gonna experience being in this, in this life right here, in this captivity. You being a great man that you are, being in this truth. The world's gonna envy you. Your brothers, your sisters, people in the world, they're gonna think that, oh yeah, this guy thinks he's too good. He thinks he's too good. Now the Lord made you great, man. The Lord made you brothers great, man. And you're gonna have people envying you. You're gonna have people talking shit. And why is the Lord removing many candlesticks? Because of this very same reason, man. Okay, you got a lot of covetousness. You got a lot of envy. So the Lord setting up his aristocracy. Okay, his best to rule, not a cackerstocracy. A cackerstocracy will be full of wicked, evil, covetous niggas. That's what this society's full of. Wicked, evil, covetous niggas fighting each other to get to the top. Fighting each other to get the most clout, do anything for clout. And things of that nature. So the scripture speak about humility, humbleness of mind, and soundness, and all this stuff. This is what you gotta have when you're in this truth. This is what you gotta have when you're in the work of the Lord, when you're in the Lord's army, when you're in the Lord's, this is why the Lord's only called a few good men, man. They're not envious, covetous, evil niggas, man. That are just, they're good spirits, upright spirits, man. That are chosen, hand selected by the Most High to do His will on the earth. Okay. So a covetous man's eyes not satisfied with portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. This is why they came up against Yahushua, because the wicked scribes and Pharisees were jealous. They're like, man, this nigga's he's taking our shine. Okay. Oh, he's trying to be a big personality. Well, the men of the Lord are big personalities, man. The Lord, when he came on the scene, he was gathering crowds and doing. They sought to kill him. They sought to kill Paul, Stephen. Why? Because they were envious and jealous of the Holy Spirit, man. Okay. Like Acts the 8th chapter, man. Here comes Philip and them, and they're asking them, they're asking them to buy the Holy Spirit off of them. That's envy and that's covetousness. Oh yeah. Sell us the Spirit, man. Sell us the truth. Sell us the, how do we get this? How do we be like you? How do we be like you disciples? You apostles. We want to be like you. By laying of the hands, they seen them healing people and stuff like that. Oh, I want to be like them. Just like that movie, The Book of Clarence, man. Clarence was faking the fact that he had the Spirit. He was faking miracles and all this shit. Okay. So it says, my son, Sirach 14 and verse 11, my son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due offering. According to your ability, man. All right. Not according to another man's ability, because another man's ability could be less or more than you. But you got your own abilities. You got your own portion, your own lot, man. So you're not to be covetous of another man's lot or another man's abilities or another man's skills or another man's woman or another man's children or another man's house or what he got or what what the Lord got him doing. Because there's people that have more than you and people that have less, but nobody is like you. You got to be the best version of yourself, man. And you got to be comfortable in your own skin, like they say in the Dove commercial. You got to be comfortable in your own skin. Well, you got to be comfortable, man, being who you are, man, and not trying to be Esau, be this one or that one, or be one. You got to be yourself. Jake hates themselves, man. That's why they covet after Esau, and they do what Esau does. because they want to be like Esau, you know. But the Lord gave you your portion, man, as the children of the power. So, anyways, it says, do good according to thy ability to thyself, and the Lord his due offering. 12th verse. Remember that death will not be long coming, and that the covenant of the grave is not showed unto thee. All right. Sirach chapter 10 and verse 7 says, pride hateful before men and God, and by both do one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealing injuries got by deceit, the kingdom is translated to one people to another. That's why the kingdom is going to be taken from Esau. He's a covetous, proud, evil man, can't keep at home. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Okay, 9th verse. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is no more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such a one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. There is no more evil thing than a covetous man, because when a nigga starts envying you, man, okay, a nigga will do anything to you. Just like the same thing with a woman. It's even worse because a woman's more wicked. But a nigga, he start envying you and start looking at you and shit, man, he'll try to fucking kill you, man. Like the Jamaicans say, red eye. They got here it is. They'll start trying to fuck with you. They'll start trying to take what's yours, trying to take your girl, take this, take that. That's why our people are in the state that they're in. Okay, because they don't. The scripture tell you, look not to another man's good, but look to thy own. All right. So it's nothing more wicked than a covetous man. Psalms 10 and verse 2, it says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boast of his heart's desire and bless the covetous, whom the Lord abhors. See, the wicked, they bless the covetous. That's why Jake Paul's up there, he's about to fight, make $40 million, this and that. All these people are covetous, man. These demons, they're just, the covetous are ones that's blessed. They can never have enough. They're never satisfied. They're the ones that's exalted. Psalms 12 and 8. It says what? The wicked walk on every side when the lawless men are exalted, man. So the wicked and the covetous are exalted when Esau's in power. You got all these fucking evil niggas being exalted, man. The worst of the worst. That's why we're in a kakistocracy, man. A society that's ruled by the worst class of people, man. It said the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not at all in his thoughts. His ways are always grievous, that judgments are far above out his sight. Right, because he's blinded by too much covetousness, too much demons, too much. That's why the scripture speak about being pure. Unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled, unbelieving, is nothing pure. Nothing is pure to a wicked, covetous, evil nigga, man. You can't be around that. This is why we're not around our people. We don't fucking talk to you niggas, because you niggas are covetous, man. A nigga see you doing all right, and he trying to rob you, man. Nigga can't be happy for you. He can't be, oh yeah, my brother's doing good, man. Niggas over there looking at you. Why don't you make something out your fucking self, man? Why don't you become something? Why don't you read a fucking book and you become some nigga? Why don't you do something, nigga? You got to go and steal like a nigga, like a demon. Why don't you become something, nigga? Here it is. A nigga's always coveting after something else. Why don't you build something, nigga? Build something, bro. Become something, nigga. Read. Do the work, man. A nigga always trying to take something and build on somebody else's foundation. The scriptures say to build not on other man's foundation, man. Okay? That's why the Lord is setting up his pillars, man. His true men, Not you fucking covetous evil niggas, man. Psalms 10 and verse yep, that's it. Proverbs 21:21. It says, he that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness and honor. See, you niggas are dishonorable, man. You niggas are thieves and robbers, man. Okay? That's why it says in John the 10th chapter, anyone that came up another way is a thief and a robber, man. A thief and a robber. Most of you niggas are thieves and robbers. That's why it's only about the elect. Because most of you niggas are thieves and robbers. That's why the Lord's not dealing with you like that, man. You don't know these scriptures. You don't know this truth. You don't know the prophecies. You ain't on fire. Why? Because you are covetous, evil bunch of people, man. Just like your daddy, the devil. Just like John 8:44. You just like that, man. You just like Esau. Do you think Esau has a good fucking thought process in his head? No. Anytime he sees you, Jake's doing good, he's thinking to overthrow you. He's like, how do we fuck up these people? Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. They're doing good. Let's drop bombs on them and fuck them up. Because they're no. Because he's covetous, man. Because he got to be the number one nigga. He got to be he can't, he's got to be the only one. Like Cain. That's why he's Cain. That's why he's the weapon. Okay. So it says, Proverbs 21:22. A wise man scaled the city of the mighty and cast down the strength of the confidence thereof. Whoso keep his mouth and his tongue, keep his soul from trouble. Proud and haughty scorners is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. He that coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. See, all these people out here, all they do is covetous all the day long. They're not givers. They're not cheerful givers. Scripture speak about a cheerful giver. You niggas are not cheerful givers, man. Okay. You're covetous, a bunch of covetous motherfuckers, man. Yeah, that's why I just walk around bummy all day. So niggas don't even try. Just don't wear nothing nice around them. Don't fucking wear no bond number 9. Don't you have a nice little car or whatever? Nigga, just drive a beat up car, because that's the only way a nigga ain't trying to rob you or something like that. That's the only way you can be comfortable. You can't walk around, in your own, amongst your own people with nothing nice on and shit. Your ass got to fear for your life. Because a bunch of gremlins, man. These people are a bunch of gremlins. Our people, a bunch of fucking evil gremlins, boy. Proverbs 21 and verse 26. He coveted greedily all day long. That's your people. And a white man. We are both the same. But the righteous give it and spare it not. The sacrifice of the wicked is abomination. How much more when he bringeth it with a wicked mind? That's right. That's why the Lord has rejected most of our people. They're a bunch of covetous, greedy, wicked niggas. Their sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. They sacrificing to idols. They sacrificing a thing falsely gotten, just like Saul. Because they're the majority of our people are the house of Saul. A bunch of covetous, evil, greedy niggas. Saul was a covetous, greedy, evil nigga. He was covetous after David, because David was the man. David's the man, not you, Saul. You're not the man. You niggas are not the men. The house of David, it's all about the house of David. They have a cheerful, giving spirit, like King David, man. The Lord, when he came on the scene, he says, better to give than to receive. You niggas, all you do is take. You never give shit. All you do is take. You've been raised by your damn daddy, the devil. That's a taker. He's a taker, man. Just like that Chris Brown movie back in the day with T.I. and shit, takers. All these fucking movies are about greed and taking and being covetous and stealing and having an evil eye. That's why this world is going to be destroyed, man. Starting with America, because America runs the world. America is Revelation 19:2 is the mother of harlots that has wine, the world drunk with the wine of her fornication, her abominations, man. Has the world in a covetous fucking spirit. So it says, Proverbs 28 and verse 11. It says, the rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor that have understanding shall search him out. See, we're searching these fucking devils out, and we're searching you wicked, evil niggas out, man, because we're the poor. And the Lord made us poor for a reason. So we have understanding. So we won't be covetous. So we won't be full and deny the Lord and be covetous. 12th verse. When righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory. But when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper. Yeah, we've confessed our sins before the Lord. Those of you that came to this truth, you niggas are hiding your sins. All right. But whoso confess and forsake them shall find mercy. Happy is the man that fear always, but he that hardens his heart shall fall into mischief. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. The prince that want understanding is also a great oppressor. So-called white man, 2/3 of your people. They're princes that want understanding, and they're great oppressors to their own, because they're covetous all the day long. But he that hated covetousness shall prolong his days. See, we hate covetousness. That's why the Lord's going to make us live forever. The Lord's going to make us to prolong our days on the earth, because we're not coveting after any man's gold or silver. Acts the 20th chapter. Matter of fact, let's get that. Because That's what Paul said. I didn't covet no man's silver. I didn't take none of y'all shit. I'm not up here asking for cash apps and shit. I'm not there, hey, send me all your money and send me this and send me that and come to the pay $300 for the Passover. Acts chapter 20 and verse 32. And now, brethren, I commend you to the Most High, to the word of his grace, which is able to build you up and give you an inheritance among all them which are sanctified. For I have coveted no man's silver or gold or apparel. I don't want your clothes. I don't want your silver. I don't want your bank account. I didn't come here for that. I didn't come here to take all y'all shit. I came here to give you the word. Yeah, ye yourselves know that these hands have ministered unto my necessities and to them that are with me. I did everything by myself. I didn't have to ask nobody for nothing. I work a job. I do this. I do that. I didn't have to come here and ask you for nothing. That's why the scripture says, "Steady, be quiet, and work with your own hands, man." Okay, so you have to be a covetous, greedy nigga. Scripture say, "Live not a beggar's life, my son. Live not a beggar's life." Why? So you don't become covetous and greedy. So you take care of your own business. Scripture say, money is a defense. I have showed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak and remember the words of the Lord Yahushua, how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. There you go. So I have not coveted your silver, your gold, or your apparel. Okay, so Proverbs 28 and verse 17. A man that do violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit, and let no man stay him. Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that's perverse in his way shall fall at once. Okay, he that tilleth the land shall have plenty of bread. With you in the truth, you're the husbandman. You're tilling the land, so you're gonna have plenty of bread, abundance. My servant shall eat, but others shall be in hunger. Right? My servant shall eat. The heathen shall envy thee, be able to do nothing against thee. Your people are heathen. They were talking. It was talking about them. Yes, the heathen too, but your people too, because they're fucking heathen. The scripture say after 2-3 admonitions, let them be as a publican and a heathen. They're heathen. They're covetous like the heathen. They're worse than the heathen. So they're not gonna have abundance when the time comes. The Lord is fucking this place up. They're not gonna have abundance. We're gonna have abundance because we're tilling the land before He comes. We're occupying in the Lord's work until He comes. And that's charity, which covers a multitude of sins, not covetousness. Charity and not covetousness. You see, as it says in 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, a charity cover a multitude of sins. So he that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons, covetous persons, shall have poverty enough. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. A covetous man, what does he do? He makes haste to be rich. And then he falls by his own counsels. Because scripture says, lean not upon your own understanding. So to have respect the person not good for a piece of bread, that man will transgress. So that's why it says, take heed of your neighbor. Because for a piece of bread, a man will transgress, against you. He ain't gonna care. The scripture say a man should have no pity upon his neighbor. So Jeremiah 6:11, therefore I am full of the fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding it. I will pour it upon the children of bride and upon the assembly of young men together. Even the husband with the wife shall be taken, and the age with them that's full of days. And their houses shall be turned unto others with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of this land, saith the Lord. For from the least of them, even to the greatest of them, every one of them is given to covetousness. Every single one of these niggas is given to covetousness. The least, from the least to the top. And from the prophet even to the priest, everyone deal falsely. That's why he said, I will search Jerusalem with candles. I'll take one of a town, two of a city, and bring to Zion. Because in Micah the 3rd chapter, it said, ye heads of Israel. Why? Because from the least to the greatest, they all transgress, and they all deal with covetousness. That's why there's only a small remnant. Look at the top of the heads of Israel. Look at Nate and all these different guys. They're fucking covetous, man. These are a bunch of covetous demons. Calling themselves bishop this and bishop that and da da da. And that's why I should tell you, I will not give flattering titles unto men. For soon my maker would take me away. All right? That's what Job said, man. From the least of them, Jeremiah 6:13, from the least of them, even to the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness. And from the prophet even to the priest, everyone deal falsely. They have healed also the daughter of my people, saying slightly, saying peace, peace, but there's no peace. So from the small to the great, they're all been wicked, man. That's why majority of them gonna die. Jeremiah 8 and verse 8. How do we say we are wise and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly in vain he made it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. The wise men are ashamed, they are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of the Lord. And what wisdom is in them? Therefore, I will give their wives unto others and their fields to them that shall inherit them. Yep. You want to be a covetous bunch of niggas? I'm going to give all your possessions to the heathen. All your possessions going to be in the hands of the heathen. They're going to laugh at you, presuming Ezekiel 36 chapter. And you're going to be the lowest of the low. Because you don't learn how to regard the things of others, man. You didn't treat each other with love as brothers, as neighbors. Northern kingdom against southern kingdom against the northern kingdom, the Benjaminites against the Judites and all this shit, robbing and stealing each other and shit for hundreds of years, man. So everyone deal falsely, man. 10th verse. I will give their wives unto others, their fields to them that shall inherit them. Everyone from the least unto the greatest, Jeremiah 8 and 10, is given to covetousness. From the prophet even to the priest, everyone deal falsely. For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people, saying slightly peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had committed abominations? Nay, they were not all ashamed. So the Lord gonna bring shame upon you, man. In the sight of the nations. That's what he's done to this day. Neither could they blush, therefore they shall fall amongst them that fall in the time of their visitation, they shall be cast down. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 12. It says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen and prepare the ambush. See, the Lord is getting ready to ambush this fucking place. All right. For the Lord have devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Oh, that thou dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures. Thy end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. See, the end of this fucking place has come because of the measure of this damn devil's covetousness, and because of the measure of you niggas covetous too, because you joined right on to this devil. You're not Israelites. You're a bunch of fucking niggas. You're Americans. You're Americans, Babylonians, and Romans and shit like that. Scythians and barbarians. That's what the fuck you are. You're not Israelites. You're not worthy to be called Israelites, man. A prince of the power. A bunch of covetous, greedy niggas, man. An assembly of thieves. And that's why you hate us. That's why you hate us. That's why you talk shit about us and you say this and that, and because we're the ones that call you out on your bullshit. And we rain on your fucking parade because that's what the prophets do. Jeremiah 28:8. They say what? The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, have prophesied against many great country kingdoms, a war, evil, and pestilence. We're not here to talk to your ass about how great you fucking are because you're a bunch of demons right now. You're not that great right now, man. You're a bunch of covetous, evil niggas that are untrustworthy, man. Untrustworthy. That's why the scriptures tell you in Matthew the 10th chapter, when you go into the city, inquire who is worthy. And if the city be not worthy on it, take that piece from it and wipe the dust off your feet. Why? Because they're a bunch of covetous, evil, greedy niggas, and this word is not worthy of them. They're not worthy of this word, I should say, Salakia. They're not worthy of this word, man. They're not worthy of this knowledge and wisdom and understanding, because when you're in this thing, you basically you're in the heavenly knowledge. If you're in this truth, if you're one of those men, then you're a pillar of the new world to come. How the fuck are you gonna be a pillar of the world to come and you're a covetous, greedy, evil nigga? You see? This is why the majority of you have fallen out. This is why you fall out. This is why you go back to the world, because you're not worthy of this. Okay? So Jeremiah 51:13. Oh that thou dwellest upon many waters, abundant treasures, thy end is come in the measure of thy covetousness. All right. The so-called white man is covetous. You know, America's covetous. They got 800 military base all over the place. They can't keep at home. You know, they bring all the immigrants, then tell them to leave and shit like that. They just playing around with people with souls, with people's lives and shit.
You know, they don't give a damn. They're just covetous. They just want to be the center of attention and shit, and take all the resources and be the #1 nation, no matter how fucked up their rulership is. No matter how many CIA black sites they got to build and torture people and do all this other shit, they don't give a fuck about nothing. That's the covetous man. That's why I said in Sirach, the 10th chapter, in the 9th verse, there's nothing more wicked than the covetous man, because a covetous man would do any fucking thing to get what he wants. There's no rules. There's no morals. There's no integrity. There's no compassion. There's no nothing. There's just my way, and everybody else can fuck off. Everybody else, if they suffer, that's their asses. You know? So Habakkuk 2:9 says, woe to him that coveteth evil covetousness to his house, that he might sit his nest on high, that he might be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house. By cutting off many people, has sinned against thy soul, for the stone shall cry out the wall, and the beam and the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that build a town with blood, establish a city by iniquity. All right. So woe to him that coveted evil covenants to his house, that he might set his nest on high. And that's your people too. You know, that's your people too, because they're just like the devil. They're just like the fucking devil. They're just like the devil. They're not Israelites, man. They're not Israelites no more, man. They don't care about this truth. They don't care about the Lord. They don't care about nothing. So they are majority of them gonna die, and we're not gonna cry a single tear for their asses. Majority of simple asses gonna die, and if you don't like that, you can go somewhere. All right. Most of you got a weak ass stomach, anyways. Weak as fuck, weak as hell, man. Dude, you're in a society full of covetous, evil niggas all over the place, and when you hear this truth, you're like, this is crazy. This is wrong. Nigga, you're wrong, okay? There's one word, one truth, one faith, one baptism. Ephesians the 4th chapter, okay? And you're supposed to be, every single one of these Israelite men should be out there cursing out the wickedness and evil, because we're supposed to be the righteous people. But no, the Lord started with a remnant, the house of David, first and foremost, okay? You get your ass up out of here, because most of these people are fucking weak, and they're offended at the word, man. They're offended because they themselves they know that they're covetous, evil niggas too, okay? They know that, okay? They know that simple. But when the Lord came on the scene, why was riots and shit breaking out? Because he was speaking the truth, and it was cutting the shit out of these people. It was hurting them. They're like, oh, he's talking about me. Yeah, he was talking about you. He was talking about you. Okay, he was talking about you, and you knew it. That's why you sought to kill him, and you sought to take what he had. You sought to take what his disciples had. You know, that's why you came up there offering money and shit. You know. Oh yeah. Look, bro, your people are fucking evil, man. Your people are evil, brother. Your people are a bunch of evil niggas. And this is why the Lord got to start all over. That's why the Lord got to start. Hey, Shalom, priest. Shalom, man. Okay. Luke 12:13. It said, and one of the companies said unto him, Master, speak to my brother that he might divide the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness. The Lord, look, man, this dude came to the Lord, said, Master, speak to my brother and tell him why he didn't divide the inheritance with me. Look, look, this is between y'all, brother. This is what do I have to do with this? You know, the Lord looking at him like, well, what's wrong with you, brother? Are you serious? This is between you and your brother. This is not. What do I have to do with this matter, man? You know, 15th verse. And he said, take heed, beware of covetousness. For a man's life consisted not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. Your life ain't based upon what you possess. Stop being covetous, brother. Covetous, brother. You over there coveting your brother's stuff, then you coming to me to help your situation and shit. All right? Y'all better figure y'all lives out between yourselves. I didn't come here to worry about y'all inheritance. I came here to teach this word, man. And there's bigger and better things than what you and your brother got going on with yourselves right now, man. You're over here worried about the wrong things. Like Kanye said, you worry about the wrong things, You worry about the wrong things, man. Okay? A man's life consists not in the abundance of things which he possesseth. Luke 12:15. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. Okay. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this I would do. I'll put down my barns and build greater, and there I'll bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul that has much goods laid up for many years, take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto them, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasures for himself and is not rich towards the Most High. So is he that's covetous and a greedy evil nigga and a carnal on this side and is not rich with the Most High. Okay, because the Lord told you stack up your treasures in heaven. He ain't tell you build up your fucking self on this side, because this side is futile. This is all futile. This is just a rehearsal of the righteous acts. Scripture say, make thyself friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, for they shall receive you into everlasting habitations. Man, just use the world, not abuse it, man. You know, when I was like fucking 20, 21 and shit like that, you know, you all covetous, you know, you got this fucking worldly spirit on you, 19, 18, you know, you care about looks and money and, you know, what the next person has. You when you grow, you take away childish things, man. Scripture say, when I became a man, I put away childish things, which one of them childish things is covetousness, man. You go to school, you envious of other people's shit and stuff. Oh my God, you know, oh, he got this, he got that. Man, that's weak. That's fucking weak, man. That's a weak mentality to have, bro. You're not supposed to look at other people's shit. I don't look at what you got, brother. I don't give a fuck what you got. I don't want to know how many women you got or how much cars you got or what the fuck you got. That's good for you, brother. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I really don't care. That's good for you. I'm happy for you. I build my own shit. I get my own stuff. I don't need to steal from my brother. You know, I don't need to take from my flesh and blood, man. You know, but that's the way of this world. You know, like Maurice said, that's the way of the world. The way of the world is to take, not to build your own shit. You got to build. A man has to build his own shit. You know, his own legacy, his own work. You know. So Luke 16 verse 10, it says, he that's faithful in that which is least also shall be faithful in much. He that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. If therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to you to trust the true riches? Who will commit to you and trust the true riches? That's right. That's why the Lord's not going to give his rulership seat and his powers and all. You know, yes, every Israelite will have power in the kingdom, yes, but not every Israelite is going to be on the same level, okay? Because there's going to be levels to this thing called existence. That's a topic of itself. That's a lesson in of itself, you know. Because every Israelite, yeah, they're going to live forever and, you know, whatever the case may be. But every Israelite ain't going to be on the same level, okay? Every Israelite is not going to be on the same level. Just like in this society, the elites, you got the elites of Edom, you got the, you know, lower, you got the middle class, you got the, you know, you got levels to this thing called existence, brother. Okay? So if there have not been, if therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, in this world's money, in this world, you know, who will commit to your trust the true riches? If ye have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give you that which is your own? No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and mammon. And the Pharisees also, who were covetous. The Pharisees who were covetous. That's why they taught without authority, because they was covetous. They were looking for the spirit. They were looking for the understanding, because they didn't have it. They were covetous. They seen this man coming with strange new doctrine. They're like, what the fuck is this? He's over there teaching with authority, with bass in his voice, and he actually believes and shit. What the fuck? What is this? We're just over here faking the funk for the people. That's what most of these Israelites do. They just fake the funk for the people, and you know, they just got a bunch of fucking, you know, fancy designs and shit, and they got a bunch of numbers and stuff, and the people are just, oh yeah, well, those are the guys. Boom, there you go. Here, take all my money. Take my daughter too. You know, here you go. Take. It's the same thing. Nothing new under the sun. This is happening again. And the Pharisees also, who were covetous, heard all these things, and they derided him. And he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High know your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed amongst men is abomination in the sight of the Most High. All right. So the Pharisees were covetous. All right. That's why the Lord didn't come for the Pharisees. The Lord came for them that's sick and whole. The Pharisees weren't sick. The Pharisees were rich. Okay. The Pharisees weren't poor. They was oppressing the people with the help of the white man. That's what you fucking evil, wicked nigga pastors and your women pastors and your little churches that's set up. That's what the fuck they do. They just oppress the shit out of you and teach you nothing and keep you stupid and tell you, oh well, you know, all you can have is one woman and you're going to hell, and they pay us your money, and just all this bullshit. They don't teach you nothing. They don't teach you nothing. They're holding you back and shit. They're holding you back. They're shutting up the kingdom to men, as it says in Matthew 23rd chapter. They don't teach you shit. They make a man twofold a child of hell. So Wisdom of Solomon 10 and verse 9. But wisdom delivered from pain those that attended upon her. When the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, she guided him in right paths, showed him the kingdom of the Most High, and gave him knowledge of holy things, and made him rich in his travels, and multiplied the fruit of his labors. In the covetousness of such as oppressed him, she stood by him and made him rich. In the covetousness of such as has oppressed us, the spirit of wisdom gonna make us rich. That's why the Lord said, you are rich, yet you are poor, but yet you are rich. I know them that are synagogue of Satan, the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not. You see? Because it says in Romans 2 and 27, he that is a Jew inwardly, not one outwardly. So here it is. The Lord is going to bless not the covetous, he's going to bless the humble. The scripture say the meek shall inherit the earth, not the fucking covetous. So when the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, she guided him in right paths and showed him the kingdom of the Most High, and gave him knowledge of holy things, and made him rich in his travels, and multiplied the fruit of his labors. In the covetousness of such as oppressed him, she stood by him and made him rich. And she defended him from his enemies, and kept him safe from those that lie in wait. And in the sore conflict, she gave him the victory, that he might know that goodness is stronger than all. And when the righteous was sold, she forsook him not. She delivered him from sin, and she went down with him in the pit. John 14:26, it say what? It says that that the comforter, the Lord will not leave us comforter. He will send us the spirit. He will teach us all things. That means the spirit of wisdom went with us in America. In slavery, the Lord gave us back to us, remembered us. He put us in remembrance, though we once knew this. He said, what? In Baruch, the land of that captivity should remember themselves. She went down with him into the pit. Wisdom of Solomon, the 10th chapter. All right. So she left him not in bonds until she brought him the scepter of the kingdom. Wisdom of Solomon 10:14. And power against those that oppressed him. As for them that had accused him, she showed them to be liars, and gave him perpetual glory. That's why it says in Isaiah, was that 54 and 17? It said, every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. The heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me. Is it 54? Yeah, 17. Yep. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Yep. Every tongue that shall rise up against me, thou shalt condemn. So, as for them that had accused him, she showed them to be liars and gave him perpetual glory. And she delivered the righteous people and blameless seed from the nation that oppressed them. And she entered into the soul of the servants of the Lord, and withstood dreadful kings and wonders and signs, and rendered to the righteous a reward for their labors, and guided them in a marvelous way, and was unto them for a cover by day and the light of stars in the night season. All right. So Hebrews 13:1, let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Remember them that are in bonds as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge. Let your conversation be without covetousness. Hebrews 13:5. And be content with such things as ye have, for he have said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee, so that we may say boldly, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man could do to me. All right. So with that, call him Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to our apostles, our teachers. And Exodus 20:17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, or anything that is thy neighbor's. That's right. Okay, so with that, shalom to the elect.